Welcome back, gamers. So I'm going to talk a little bit more about Battlefront 2 for people who don't really understand the game and what's going on with the game and how the game works, instead of thinking it's pay to win when I said it was pay to progress in my last video. So I wanted to talk a little bit about that and clarify some things for you guys so that you can understand what's going on with the game, and also talk about the trouble that's plaguing the game right now. So the reason I said this game was pay to progress instead of a pay to win is the fact that I did spend the money to test if it was pay to win. And I've played plenty of pay to win games in my times. I mean, there was plenty of free to play games where you can buy certain characters, get certain weapons, and you can just dominate the entire game. Nobody can stop you. It's like being in a roller coaster line, being able to whip out a baseball bat and beating the shit out of all the people in front of you just to get to the front of the line. That's what it feels like. But in this game, it feels like being in a roller coaster line and then having the express line that you see in many theme parks where people pay to get to the front. That's what it feels like, because you're all getting the same stuff. Nothing is locked behind the paywall. Now, granted, let's talk about the cards itself. The card itself doesn't leave much of an impact. You can earn it right away if you wanted to by unlocking certain achievements and unlocking certain crates. You can get the cards itself, or you can craft it using the materials in the game to craft the card. Now, granted, you can't use the higher level cards until you're a certain level, so you have to actually play the game. There are many people out there right now that hasn't felt a significant impact that these cards gives in terms of their buff. Player without card that has skills can kill a player with card. They're not a significant impact unless it's a hero character or a starship, because starships, the card does a lot more for it. The boosting effect is a lot more, so it does give you a slightly better advantage, probably for a few days, probably for a few hours, but the point is it's not significant. A person without a card can still kick your ass, but this is not the problem that's going on with this game right now. The biggest problem right now, and it's all over Reddit, everyone's talking about it, I gotta talk about it too, because it's kind of absurd if you look at it this way, and it kind of answers my last video on why it took so much money to unlock certain heroes in the game. I unlocked Palpatine. That was one character. That took me $100+, and that was just a test run. And, you know, a lot of people did that. They tested it. They wanted to show a point and to prove it. But the point is, there are certain heroes in the game that are locked behind 60,000 plus credit. Okay, now let's get that 60,000, and we're not going to average in milestones that you can earn or extra crates and all that, but if you play the game and the amount of credits you earn per round, you know, you average that in, it's going to take 40 hours to unlock a hero at 60,000 credit. And this is all thanks to a guy named The Hotter Potato on Reddit, who did a spreadsheet. I took a look at the spreadsheet and I was like, holy crap, that's insane. Even for me, I play games for hours, and I gotta say, that's a huge grind for a game that you kind of pay $60 for. And the fact is, the two most iconic characters are already locked behind that paywall. We're talking about Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader. Forums are going apeshit about this. I mean, it literally, they're blowing up and people are going mad about it. Especially, it's going to hurt certain players. We know it's going to hurt certain players. The players that are going to be hurt by this is definitely Star Wars fans that are like dads, people who work 40 hours a week, and then people who don't really play shooters for a very long time. They're casual shooters. They want to jump in the game, play the game, and then get Darth Vader right away and have fun with the game. They want to jump in and play what they pay for. You know, this is really important to some people. It's important to play as your iconic hero, and I understand why people get mad. I mean, I would be mad too. So that's the issue right now, because you can blatantly see that they're trying to get you to buy the credits from the crates in order to unlock these heroes. And, you know, the grind is so long that it's going to piss off some people to buy the crates. That's the goal of what's going on here. Even a baby can see this, and it's going to drive people mad. People are angry about this. They want to see change about it. So how can you fix something like this? Well, in the first place, the crate system sucks. I mean, everybody doesn't like crates. I hate crates. I honestly don't even like crates that much. There's so many games out right now that does it right with crates, cosmetic, etc. And it's understandable that Star Wars might have legal licensing issues with different skins and stuff for crates, but the problem right now is the fact that the price for the iconic heroes that's available in the game is just way too steep. EA made a response about this, and right now their response is at the bottom level, the most downvoted comment ever made. You can read their whole response on the Reddit, but their goal is to create a compelling progression path for all players. There's a lot of content at launch, with even more coming via live service, and will continuously adjust their progression mechanics to give players a sense of accomplishment as they explore Battlefront 2. That's just a part of it. And they're gonna, depending on what's going on, they're gonna adjust it, etc. And people are looking at it like, what the fuck? Like, even including me, I'm like, what? 40 hours of grind festing to unlock Darth Vader, and then another 40 hours for Luke Skywalker, and then who God knows how many hours to unlock the other heroes. What the fuck? Indeed, all right? It's driving me nuts too. I mean, people want the prices lowered. The only way to fix this is to lower the price or do something about it, because that is absolutely insane. Now remember, we're not averaging milestone numbers in here. We're not averaging the amount of, credit you might earn. They might increase credits earned per day or something like that at certain times. That would kind of fix the problem. But seriously though, these characters needs to be lowered, because you're paying $60 for a game. You want to play those iconic heroes, and you're not going to get them on the first day. They weren't like the first one anymore. Now, granted, this game is freaking awesome. The battle system, the graphics. I mean, I love this game. I think it's great. People are canceling left and right. People are upset, and this response is not going to help it. The only way to help it right now is to lower the credit on those heroes. And people are all going to be happy. People are going to buy the game. They're going to be freaking happy about it. Change certain things. 10 out of 10 game. But right now, we're sitting at a game that's going to be rated at 7 out of 10 because of this little debacle that's going on with the crate system. And it just doesn't work. It should have been something cosmetic. If it was cosmetic and the game is good, 10 out of 10, I'll buy your fucking cosmetic. Cosmetics, people are very vain in this world. In fact, you understand yourself. People like to dress differently. They like different licenses on their car. They like their heroes to look different. Think about it. Cosmetics in the game was a better approach that wasn't taken. And if it was taken, then people would have been much happier about this game. Anyways, I'm still getting the game because I want to see what changes happens and to keep people informed, because that's what we do. We want to keep people informed about the situation and hopefully help people think about getting the game or not. Now, regardless of what happens, this game is possibly going to be making a lot of money because in general, it's freaking Star Wars. People are going to buy into this stuff. But the problem here is it's bad practice. It's just bad business practice. Anyways, for the people with early access to the game, it's going to happen pretty soon in a couple hours. We're going to see how it is, and we'll see what changes happens, if any occurs at all, see if it improves the game, because the game isn't out yet until November 17 officially. But for those of you that pre-ordered, that has deluxe edition and so on, we'll be able to jump in the game and play ahead of time. And hopefully we'll see some improvement. We'll see what's going to happen, because nobody knows exactly what's happening yet. We have to see what changes will occur within those few days in order to look at the game and give it a final score for it. So give it a few days. We'll see what happened, what the response is. I'm going to give it a few days of play and see what happens. But other than that, honestly, I'm just here to kill time, play the game until Monster Hunter comes out. So that's what's going on with Star Wars right now, guys. Take care and have a good night. And always remember to game on.